What's going on, guys? Bengal again here. Welcome back to another episode of Giants Franchise. Week 17, we are 7-8, playing the 5-10 Baltimore Ravens in an afternoon showcase in Baltimore, Maryland. Really important game for us because, as you can see, Cowboys are atop the division at 9-6, but the Eagles are 8-7, currently with that final wild card spot. So to have any chance of making the playoffs here, it's an absolute must-win game. I also got a number of comments that clearly did not watch to the end of the video that said, you forgot to show Caleb Claiborne's dev trait. No, I didn't. It flashed on the screen 100%. But it is revealed he has superstar development, and I think I gave him the only thing he can have at this point, which is recuperation. I did end up going back and giving Nick Duval short in elite. You guys said that's the best one to use, so that's what I'm going to be using. And we just got to focus on continuing to play at a high level. I think we've been better of late. Our team continues to grow. And because of these sliders, as I've mentioned, every game is going to be really, really tough. Although our defense just balled out last week and we won 52-21. I've mentioned it about a billion times now, but I still get comments, man, every time you touch the sliders, you either blow out the team or get killed. I literally cannot change them. This is what they are. It's all bad, and this is what it's going to be. And I can't even go into it without this freezing my franchise because I can't change any settings. I've only mentioned that about a billion times, but who's counting? Weekly strategy. J.K. Dobbins is still in town. I don't really think he's our biggest problem, but surely if they had Lamar Jackson, they would say, hey, that's Lamar Jackson. Now, they still have him. The biggest threat they're thinking about was J.K. Dobbins. Okay. Man, J.K. Dobbins, unfortunately, just does not look the same to how he did his rookie season. He was incredible. Rookie season J.K. Dobbins will go down in the history of my brain as one of the most underrated rookie seasons of all time. I think run inside is going to be good here against the Ravens. And if you haven't seen his numbers, he averaged like 6 or 6.1 yards per carry maybe on like not 50 or 60 touches. He had well over 100, probably close to 200 carries, maybe a little bit less than that, maybe like 150, 170. But I'll pull up the numbers in a second so we're not just guessing. But he was amazing. I'll give you his full numbers in a minute. Is there anyone I wanted to change in here? Still have Bost. Could get Claiborne somewhere in here. Still want Cody Bailey. He might get an upgrade after this game. Derek Cooper there. I still want to develop him, so I don't really want to change that. I think this is pretty good. We're not going to score 5 rushing touchdowns, but I just don't really care too much about staff points at this point. No injuries in practice. Going half pads and splitting, I think, is the way to go. We get less XP, but I'm not sure that the XP is worth the injury risk. I really don't. Because missing those really, really good players, and even minor role players like Akil Edmonds can be really tough, because those are the guys that make the biggest difference. Because if just one person on your offense or defense, especially defense though, is out, you know, you can target a worse backup and eventually lose games as a result. You are only as strong as your weakest link. I'm sure you've heard that a million times, but it is super evident in football, especially because if you have a practice squad corner with an otherwise great defense, yeah, the pass rush can take some heat away from that corner. But at the same time, if he's getting exposed in coverage immediately or losing at the line, whatever it may be, although you're probably not going to, leave a practice squad corner on an island, but in Wink Martindale's defense, former defensive coordinator for the Ravens, current defensive coordinator of the Giants, you might see something like that. So I don't know yet. You gotta be strong everywhere. It's the point I'm making, which is not super hot take. And here we go. First quarter, 11 minutes on the clock. Wyatt Anthony's kick is away. Deep back return is Turner, the returner. I don't know. It's not really a great joke, but it's what his name is, kind of. And after this play, we'll check out the Ravens offense, see what they have in store. But they're going to start with a screen, and that pass is thrown into an offensive lineman maybe and will fall incomplete. And we know about Lamar Jackson, but let's meet the rest of the Ravens offense. Ryan Tannehill is their backup quarterback, but of course, J.K. Dobbins starting running back. Man, he was so awesome his rookie year. 6 yards per carry on the nose on 130 or so touches. I think 800 yards and a number of touchdowns. Just had a huge game last week as well, so hopefully he's finding it again. Rookie running back, Tavares Davenport, I believe, is going to be the receiving back, if I recall. 79 catching. Fullback is Project Pat Ricard. T. Higgins, Rashad Bateman, Deontay Hardy from Assumption College, former Saint, and Terrell Foster, the rookie receiver. But T. Higgins, obviously the big new acquisition. Mark Andrews in at tight end with Charlie Kolar, Isaiah Likely. And the offensive line is Ronnie Stanley. Andrew Norwell has made his way to Baltimore. Tyler Linderbaum, Gabe Jackson, another new pickup as well. And Jack Conklin. Man, they got good strategy. Take T. Higgins from the Bengals. Take Jack Conklin from the Browns. You get better. Your rivals get worse, as I can't switch off Maurice Hurst here. And Lamar Jackson actually going to keep this one. We got to be aware of the quarterback option. Okay. I mean, it's a large part of the Greg Roman offense. We have to be aware of that, and I'm just not going to take any chances. We're going to go to option defense. Focus on the quarterback option. We will fill the middle and shut down the running back. And we just need the actual computer to control Lamar Jackson. They're going to try another screen. The Don is there, but can't wrap up. No tackle animation. But the Ravens lose 3 yards regardless. I think it was Akeel Edmonds who was there who made that play. But, man, that should have been a way better result for us. It was a pretty good result nonetheless, but it should have been even better as Dobbins is shut down. Jeffrey Simmons is there. Azeez Ojulari got hands on him as well. And it is 3rd and 15. Big third down already. We pass commit, and we look to shut it down. If he wants to check down, that's fine. He's going to check down, and he's going to be wrapped up by John Bost, and Baltimore should punt. Good sequence from our defense. Just a couple of negative plays for the Ravens, being a little bit too cute, a little bit too conservative after a big Lamar Jackson scramble, or a design run, I should say, for a first down. They wanted to try a screen. They wanted to try a little... Maybe it looked like a buck sweep. I can't remember what that play was. But got shut down. And then 3rd and long, you're forced to kind of pass. And we were all over it. And Greg Sheldon is back to return. And doesn't do much. Interesting look by the Ravens here. And we'll see if we can take advantage. We're going to try and lob that in there. Duval makes an incredible catch. Kyle Hamilton right there hit him as he made contact with the football. But Duval, just too big, too strong, goes vertical and brings it down. Cody Bailey under pressure, knew he was going to take a big hit. Pass was not exactly where I wanted it to be, but when you have a receiver like Nick Duval, the big receiving tight end, you can afford to just kind of throw it up sometimes. Not a great decision to throw it up to Kadarius Toney or Odell in some instances, and probably not Larry Smith either, but 6'4", 240 pounds. It's usually going to be a mismatch when you have that type of speed. And with short and elite now, Nick Duval should be electric on this slant, and that is a pretty good looking route. And that actually could be a first down. He got really close. They're going to mark him just shy. But on 3rd and inches, we have Saquon Barkley. We'll look to get him going this game, as we always do. Sometimes works better than others. You know what it is? I don't like starting the game with a run. I feel like they're always ready for it. But when you can mix them in, you can be a little bit more effective as Saquon will push forward for the first down. Maybe a false step in there. Couldn't really do exactly what we wanted to do. But we got the first down regardless. Move the chains, and we can afford to make mistakes here on 1st and 2nd down. Still have another chance rather than, having one shot on 4th down. But obviously you want to avoid those mistakes if possible. 2nd and 5, going to work off play action. Hit the quick check down to Jaden Rhodes, and Rhodes cannot catch it. Yeah, that was a really difficult one. I mean, he's wide open. There was a receiver in behind him as well. It was a little bit more of a difficult throw. I chose to throw short with Cody Bailey, hit Jaden Rhodes in the hands, and Jaden Rhodes disappoints me again. This guy drops the ball routinely. It's extremely frustrating. Brings up 3rd and 5. That should be wide open, though. It's Kadarius Toney. Let's go, Kadarius. I was going to call him, I don't know what, Tadarius? Tony? I don't know. Wasn't going to be right. as we're going to get out of the screen here, maybe go RPO. And I do potentially like Duval Barkley. Tony is the primary read, but I don't really see a scenario where I throw that slant. But I do see throwing this little flat route to Nick Duval, and it works out pretty well. All right, 3rd and 6 after a negative run. We'll see what gets open here. I think it's going to be Larry Smith. That's the best throw, and Larry Smith brings us down inside the 10-yard line. That is a nice conversion. That really is the secret and the trick. It's not a secret, but it's the trick to winning games is converting on 3rd down, because every team's going to get 3rd downs unless you have the most high-powered offense of all time. But it's the teams that make stops on 3rd down and force field goals and punts versus the team that keeps a drive alive and, you know, can eventually turn it into a touchdown the way we do here. Nick Duval underneath made a great catch to start this drive, and that one's going to be one of the easiest catches he will ever make. Just run across the formation, drag right across, catch the football, turn upfield, touchdown. I mean, it doesn't get a whole lot easier than that. They're in man coverage, safety blitzed, and it was just too easy for Duval. 7-0. 2nd and 5. Ooh, a little touch pass across to T. Higgins, and he actually ends up getting a pretty positive gain out of that. I thought we had that completely shut down, but it was not the case. Brings up 3rd down and 2. J.K. Dobbins lines up behind Lamar Jackson. And Lamar will get it out quickly. Edmonds makes a tackle on Mark Andrews, and they're going to be short. Akil Edmonds. Beautiful open field diving tackle to bring down the dangerous Mark Andrews, one of the best tight ends in the NFL. Certainly, as a receiver, he is an incredible threat. And for Akil Edmonds, you know, a slot, nickel, hybrid safety, little linebacker, to make that tackle one-on-one, it was both unexpected and a welcome surprise. What a play, and we get the football back. Got to be able to capitalize here. We are going to step up with Bailey and slide down. Looks like that was Patrick Queen going right over him, but we'll confirm as we take a look for the first time at the Baltimore Ravens defense. Their left end is the former Carolina Panther Yetur Gross-Matos with Chase Winovich, another member of their former rival team, most recently on the Browns in real life. Tony Morris, I believe, was a former first-round pick in this franchise. Michael Pierce, the longtime Baltimore Raven in at defensive tackle. Of course, had a stint with the Vikings in between 2 Ravens stints as well, but Travis Jones in behind him. David Ajabo is injured here. We'll see Azeez Al-Shire. But David Ajabo actually is going to make his NFL debut, I believe, today in real life as I record this on Saturday. You guys will probably see it on Saturday too, so we'll see how he does. Probably snap count, probably won't do too much, but it's a fun story. Really, really fun story. Hopefully ends up being a beast. Antoine Peck in a middle linebacker with Alexander Johnson and the former Giant, Blake Martinez. Right outside linebacker is the rookie William Ferguson. Probably won't see him much with the other linebackers. I doubt he's a sub linebacker or a rush end. Their corners, it's a good group. Marlon Humphrey, big play Darius Slay, not to be confused with big play Darnay Holmes. Marcus Peters, Mike Turner, we saw returning kicks, and Jalen Armour Davis. Free safety is Marcus Williams with Alfonso Carey. I remember him. I remember him pretty well. It's pretty good overall. And then strong safety, of course, is Kyle Hamilton with Brandon Jones backing up. They've got a really, really good defense with a ton of depth. That's going to win you football games. This is a good team. And I don't really know what to do here. We're going to take a sack. I was looking at Duval. I was looking at Saquon Barkley out of the backfield. Didn't really end up preferring either of those options. But taking a sack there is obviously never what you want to do. Want to find a way to get that football away, but out of harm's way. Don't want to throw it up. It is 3rd and 9. We're going to throw quickly to the tight end, Nick Duval. They just don't cover it. They just don't cover it. That'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Good first quarter of play. Cody Bailey's lone incompletion is a drop from Jaden Rhodes because he sucks. Because Jaden Rhodes is terrible. Dude, to think there was controversy at the start of the series of whether or not Jaden Rhodes or Nick Duval should have been the starting tight end. I think that's about gone now. I think that's about gone. We'll check down Larry Smith, get back up. Okay, that's not bad. If he could have gotten a little bit more backup field earlier, I think we would have had the first down there. But it's not a terrible result. Brings up 3rd and 1. Also, new ability on Nick Duval is more hot routes. But we're going to check down to Larry Smith. Trust the run after catch ability of the speedster out of South Florida. Ends up with a nice play there. Nick Duval could have been more open, but I think Larry Smith was a safer play. And we're going to make Kyle Hamilton make a decision on this. Take Nick Duval up the field, or take Larry Smith on the sideline. You will have to make a decision. Didn't make any decision, but ends up getting to Nick Duval in time and breaking up the touchdown. I mean, that's the matchup we exploited earlier to our success. Kyle Hamilton does a pretty good job of getting the appropriate depth here. And I feel like, is pretty in between both Duval and Larry Smith. I think he would have been able to make a play on Larry Smith, especially with the sideline as a defender. What we needed to do was pass lead over the linebacker. And we were not able to do that because I always forget to do it. I did pass lead, but we needed to do the special pass lead. So that ball's over here. Kyle Hamilton has no chance to get to it, and instead makes a crazy play to stop a touchdown. Play action on 2nd and 10. We're going to lob end zone. How is that an interception? Oh my God. First of all, the crosser was open more than that was, and I just didn't really look to. I just pressed a button, like I always do when I'm under pressure. I'm like, I got to get rid of it. Play action. Yetur Gross-Matos. Larry Smith, I think, is going to be the most open here. Yes, the All-Madden CPU would whip Marlon Humphrey around in a second to make a play on that ball, but I don't know how that pass is underthrown enough to where Odell should be able to come back for the football. I switch on and hold back towards the ball, and look what he does. He kind of runs the other way. Like, what is that? The animations are so annoying. I'm over it. Such a disappointing result after a good drive. And, good play, I guess. Darnay Holmes would have preferred 6 there. But the big thing is, and I know it's my fault, shouldn't have thrown, whatever. Dude, it should not be an interception in that spot. It should not be a pick. It's a dumb interception. That is the result of that play. In my opinion. Lamar under pressure. He's going to roll out. We're going to send heat after him. And he's going to slide just short of the first down. On a 4th and 1, I think they might punt here from their own 29. Lamar probably doesn't slide in that spot in real life. When I say probably, I mean he certainly does not. But slides here. Brett Kern's jersey. Okay. That looks really bad. Looks awful. Man, Greg Sheldon, not much of a juker, but he does have good speed. We'll take that return. Really frustrating with that interception, but it only hurts the stat sheet. We got the football back. Really no harm done. And we're going to throw this on the run to Odell. Go up and get it. Can't do it. 2nd and 10. We can't end with a 3 and out here. I feel like this is what we do so many times. Oh, with Saquon not coming back across the field, he makes the catch in traffic and breaks a tackle regardless. Oh my God. Saquon Barkley. What an incredible play. Celebration warranted on a play like that. I thought he was going to cut back across the field. I thought this was a deep crosser. He was getting vertical. Kyle Hamilton made a great play on Nick Duval earlier. Can't happen here on Saquon Barkley. We get very lucky there. I just thought he was going to cut back across the field, which would have been really, really nice. Also, I meant to mention this earlier if I didn't. I added more things on Nick Duval with more hot routes, I should say. So I can put him on a crosser. I can put him on a number of different things. We're going to go slant here, and I just don't think he's going to be able to be covered. And that's pretty right. Pretty right. 1st down. Okay, we're going to make Marcus Williams make a decision on this one. A lot of congestion in that middle of the field. But we're going to throw underneath. Duval makes the catch, has a shot to the end zone, and they're going to mark him shy at the 1. That is kind of a brain-dead read. I would accept an interception there more than on the earlier one with Marlon Humphrey. But it ends up being in the perfect spot. We undercut it with Nick Duval. Go out and get it. And I don't know how this is not a 1st down. The only explanation I would have, or excuse me, not a touchdown, is that Nick Duval's foot, as he was tackled, hits out of bounds before he spun in. And his foot hit, I don't know if I've ever seen something like that. His foot hits out of bounds, right? Now, in real life, that is a touchdown because the football is over, but he leans the ball away. But all that has to be there is the tip. The very tip of the ball has to cross that line, and I think it's very close to a touchdown here. He almost does his very best to hold it away from the line. I think that's a touchdown. Throwing the challenge flag, I don't think we'll reverse it, but I'm interested to see. This is a good test, because either way, we'll either have a point here or first and goal on the 1. A QB sneak would guarantee us a touchdown. But it doesn't even... Are they reviewing this? Going back out, it looks like this is going to stand first and goal at the 1. I think it's a pretty awful spot, to be honest. I really think that's a touchdown. And we'll try a pass here on first down. Come back to the football. Kadarius Toney, touchdown. A little bit dicey. That was another situation where I wasn't really looking at Kadarius Toney when I clicked his button. But I saw other things. I saw Larry Smith was double covered. I didn't really like Saquon or Nick Duval on that right side of the field. Figured we had a decent matchup with Toney. I do that way too often, but it works out. And Nick Duval actually is in the zone. Hopefully we'll use that to our advantage next time out. We should get one more possession, I would say, at least before the end of the first half. We're playing pretty good football. Defense has shown up. Made a mistake or two on offense already, but doesn't matter. 14-0. Holding the lead. At best, it would be 21-0 right now, but can't guarantee that. 3rd and 3. Glenn Gore actually going to come up near the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a run. Shut down Lamar. He's back up the middle. He's close, and they're going to give it to him. Man, I think he was short. We did not fill the lane properly, I think. Oh, Kayvon Thibodeau not going to bring down the running back Dobbins. Thankfully, Adoree Jackson was there, but Kayvon Thibodeau really made that play. Got to the running back first, got in the backfield. I'm not even sure if he was blocked. We'd really love for him to be able to wrap up in that spot, but thankfully, that's why you have 10 other teammates on the field, and it is 2nd and 16. Let's get some pressure. Let's get some pressure. Check down, Lamar. Now we got to wrap up. Dobbins gets by a 1, gets by another, and Dontrell Cobb's there to make the tackle. We'll be 3rd down and 6. 3.5 minutes to play. We're going to show man coverage. We're going to blitz Derek Cooper, actually. Does that leave anybody uncovered? It might. And that's going to be open enough. T. Higgins just in front of Darnay Holmes. It's a tough spot. Maybe the last snap before the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 4. It's going to be play action. Lamar could scramble here. We got to be really aware of this. Lamar going to break a tackle. Dontrell Cobb in pursuit. That's why you follow the play. And that is the 2-minute warning. Lamar Jackson scrambles for the first down. That's the problem with running man coverage. That's the problem with running man coverage against the Ravens, is no one's accounting for the quarterback. And Lamar Jackson is such a threat as a quarterback, but T. Higgins got gored. Glenn Gore over the middle of the field, came up to make a huge hit, vacated middle area of the field, dragged the linebacker out of there, but Gore, the rookie safety out of Oregon, lets him know about it. Ball flying out in air, he's still talking trash. Huge hit on T. Higgins, recovered by the G-Men, and the Big Blue Wrecking Crew, as I mentioned in a previous episode, is alive and well. Our defense is playing better than ever. And there is a flag. Hopefully not a hold. Well, it's going to be. We are going to back up. It's 1st and 14. Don't like that. Can we get Nick Duval on the line here? That'll work better because now we have access to different routes. I feel like a corner could be really good if we have time. We're going to have to throw it to him. Go up and get it. Duval makes the play. Oh, my goodness. I tried to go for the spectacular catch. I pressed Y. It ends up reacting after he's already made the catch. He does a little jump. And then, I don't know what that celebration is, but it makes us do a little jump instead of maybe running to the end zone. Johnson fell down, and then the jump. What is that, dude? It's a great play, but man, it could have been even greater. Nick Duval, 8 catches for 132 here in the first half. We're going to throw up for Larry Smith. 97 spectacular catch. Can't make the play. Sideline. Darius Toney pass broken up, and it's 3rd and 10. This one always had to go to Nick Duval. He catches it up the seam. First down, Duval. Needed that. We got to monitor that clock. This could be a timeout spot. I think it's going to be. I think they're probably faking the blitz here. If they're not, Duval's going to cook them. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Nick Duval, nice catch in traffic. 40 seconds to play. We're going to snap the ball out of hurry up here. It's a lot of times already off the clock. I think honestly, maybe the stop and go here. A little like reverse sluggo could be really good. And we're just going to throw it up. Couldn't get it to him. Like, that's the thing is we have him in the zone. Or we did, obviously. His whole thing is double me. He has a great chance to go up and get it in single coverage. We have single coverage. And we just couldn't even give him a chance. Which is a little annoying. He's going to get a chance here, though. Even out of the zone. Pass falls incomplete. And there's only 9 seconds to play. Jaden Rhodes into the game. We're going to throw for Toney, who's open! And Kadarius Toney. Great route. Great result. I rarely ever see that type of separation on corner route. But yes, when they can run routes like that and completely turn around the corner, and a good one at that in Marlon Humphrey, that's what you got to take advantage of. But often the coverage is a whole lot better than that. This time wasn't. Man coverage and just totally not played well enough. Kadarius Toney, great route. His second catch of that drive. First one, I'm not sure if that will make the final video or not. I wasn't talking. But it's 21-0. Great way to end the first half. We are blowing out Baltimore. B.O.B. Rapper doesn't believe the earth is round. Fun fact about him. Okay, that's a lot of space. That's a lot of space. Oh my goodness. Turner gonna return it all the way. So that's a way to take a lot of momentum back before the half. Okay. I was not ready for that. 21-7. Yeah, that's a way to take some wind out of our sails, tell you that much. See you in the second half. Getting the football to start the third quarter. Can't do what they did, but that's a good return to the 30 regardless. Should be a heavy dose of Saquon Barkley here in the second half. I feel like that was a really quick whistle. How are they marking him down? I'm so confused. Saquon gets the give. Power up the middle. The whistle blew like here. Did that knee hit? The knee. Okay, knee might have hit. Okay, who's this actually going to? Is it going to Odell? I think it's going to Odell. Is that who's getting it? Yes, it is. All right, first down. Nothing crazy, but first down. Okay, 3rd and 4. This is probably a run spot. We could go 4-down territory. We're going to pass anyway. It's been a little bit more effective today. And that's open. Duval can't catch it. That's perfectly thrown. Oh, my goodness. This could be a nice field goal. 69 yards from Wyatt Anthony. Just make me forget all about it. He's got... Dude, we have 8 miles per hour of wind. He's going to drill it. Now, if we don't do anything, it's going to be close. We pull down. We get some extra yardage. Wyatt Anthony's about to drill from 69. The nicest field goal in NFL history. Wyatt Anthony from 69 drills it. Oh my goodness. Wyatt Anthony 69ing on national television. And it was never in doubt. What a kick. Get Lamar. Get Lamar. That's a good result, given what it looked like. That could have been like 40 yards down the sideline. Lamar's in the zone, by the way. What is his zone ability? I think it's Truz. I don't really know what it does. Is it about not fumbling? Sick reaction time, Darnay. Just watching it. Quarterback keeps it. That'll work. Dude, I could have sworn. We have focus on the quarterback with our option defense. And that should be in regards to the defensive end. Oh, huge hit. Dontrell Cobb. I don't know if Lamar can fumble, but he can certainly feel those. No, he can't. He's a video game character. We got to tackle him for loss to get him out of this. It's 3rd and 4. I really don't want them to come back in this game. I could see it happening. Lamar's going to scramble here, and there's nothing we could have done. There's nothing we could have done there. It was a guaranteed first down. Lamar keeps it. Derek Cooper makes an incredible play in the backfield. And Caleb Claiborne is stepping on his legs. I like it. Your check's in your locker. Lamar out of the zone now. 2nd and 13. He might keep it again. No, it goes to the running back Dobbins, who's shut down by McKinney. Cooper there as well. Only 3 carries for -1 yards. Very different than what we've seen lately. Some of these teams have just been running on us relentlessly. Lamar going to scramble. Cobb going over there. Beautiful throw on the run. What are you going to do? Quarterback keeps it. John Bost. Okay, does the job. As long as we keep this clock ticking, keep Lamar out of the end zone, we're going to be just fine. Because, yeah, they probably get points here. Could definitely be a touchdown, but Lamar's going to lose yards again. Azeez Ojulari, Akil Edmonds, wrap him up, another TFL. Honestly, we might go quarterback contain here. Because we know Lamar wants to scramble. He's going to throw to the end zone. Akil Edmonds spinning around, knocking it away. Great play on the football. It's about time we see somebody do something. 4th and 9. Ravens going to try a field goal with Greg the Leg. Justin Tucker's out of town. But it is a 2-touchdown game as a result of that field goal. Tannehill, what a beautiful job holding. And take more time off the clock. That's all we have to do. Oh, space up the middle. We got to hit that. That is the 3rd quarter. We are holding on to our 24-10 lead, just trying to bleed this clock a little bit and really get the running game going here in the 4th quarter. Saquon just doing a decent job. Needs to be a little bit better, but it's really on the offensive line. Just block a little bit better, give us more of a chance, and hopefully we can do something here. Saquon just can't find it. Tried to cut back across. Wasn't really there. And we'll punt. Totally fine with doing that. Still a 14-point lead. Our defense has played well. That should be a pretty good punt. It's been a while since you've seen a great one from me. It's fielded a little bit too early, but we'll take that. Pinning the Ravens inside the 5. They got a long way to go. They've got time. They've got plenty of time. But this will not be an easy drive. 10 minutes on the clock. We're showing heavy pressure. I think this is definitely a run. We're going to bring Glenn Gore up. Run right up the middle. Only get 2. That's got to be a pick. How is it a catch? How is it a catch? Oh, Lamar going to run. Dude, it's such an annoying thing. It's a huge part of his game, though, and it's part of what makes him so dangerous is the ability to take away every receiver and still have one guy that can beat you basically 100% of the time. Time continues to tick away, though. This is probably another run. We're going to stay up the middle. All right, so we got a bunch of defenders, so they can just keep that inside. 3rd and 8. Huge 3rd down. This has got to be a pick. Glenn Gore goes up and makes a nice play. Knocks the football away. Couldn't switch on in time. I don't know. It really didn't give me any control there because that really should have been a switch on interception. It's 4th and 8. Lamar desperately needing a conversion. He's going to scramble for it and slide, I think, short of the first down. Oh, God, the CPU is so stupid sometimes. It would never happen on 4th down. Never, ever, ever, ever. But I'm not complaining. That's awesome. That's an awesome play. Is Odell open there? Want a little bit more out of that. Run up the middle. We'll take that. No problem there. Yeah, I kind of like Saquon Barkley on a quick pass here. I'm going to get crazy. Nah, I shouldn't have. We had to check down. I mean, Nick Duval was wide open. I got fooled by the eye candy downfield of, oh, what if Larry Smith can make a crazy catch? He was never going to. But, end up taking a sack. It doesn't matter because Wyatt Anthony can drill from anywhere. It's 27-10. That's fine. It's not happening again. It's not happening again. Dude, what is up with these returns? And we might start sending some heat after Lamar as well. Dontrell Cobb in the backfield. Kiss the ring. The Don. The King of New York. making it known here in Baltimore. Been a while since we had one of those. It's got to be a pick. I mean, I know it's 4th down. It's got to be a pick. I'm right there. We ran the ball on 3rd and 5. They want us to run the ball on 4th and 3. We should be taking more time off the clock here. There's nothing to the right side. I think we just win a foot race, honestly. But 27-10. 1st down ends the game, so I don't really mind going for it here like the coach wants us to do. So I think we'll probably do that. I mean, it's a 3-possession game. This is not a game, really. But, I mean, whatever. Game over. I'll take it. And that is the ball game. Saquon's 20th carry of the game. Only goes for 72 total yards. Kind of a Derrick Henry stat line there. But Cody Bailey, 20 of 30 for 286 yards, 3 touchdowns, and then 1 really bothersome interception. Lamar really didn't do too much on the passing front today, but definitely was very good as a runner. 68 yards, a couple of broken tackles too. Saquon only averaging 3.6 yards per carry, but did get the football quite a bit. And then receiving, I mean, this guy was unbelievable. Did have a drop, really annoying drop, but was a huge part of the offense. 24 catches for 43 yards, 2 touchdowns, but 10 for 165 and a touchdown, I think, was the difference today. Duval was incredible. And then defensively, Dontrell Cobb all over the field. 2 tackles for loss can be said for a lot of this team, actually. And then no sacks, no interceptions, but the defense played really well today. Just shut them down. Azeez Ojulari and Kadarius Toney, I believe, were the ones with upgrades, but as you guys told me, I can't actually do it in the upgrade screen or else it will freeze. But that's a huge win. We improved to 8-8, and depending on what the Eagles do this week, this will be a very important Week 18. Very important. Right now, they hold that 7th playoff spot in the NFC. But if they lose this week, it surely will come down to Week 18 to determine which NFC East team is advancing to the playoffs and which team is going home. Week 18. Show me an Eagles 8-8. No. Okay, they're 9-7. Now, I don't know how it works in Madden with tiebreakers and head-to-head and point differential. I don't know what they're going to favor. Is it just a coin flip on same record, last playoff spot? I don't know. But we beat the Eagles earlier in the year, 27-7. So surely you would think that we have the head-to-head advantage here and we would be moving on to the playoffs with a win. That would be the thought. Again, I'm not sure how it's going to work in Madden, but we have a legit shot to make the playoffs here with a Week 18 win. Kadarius Toney, I don't know. He's definitely good. Definitely good. Probably more suited to the slot, but Larry Smith has been in that role quite a bit. I'd like to improve him overall, I think, as a deep threat. So I am going to upgrade deep threat, hope for deep route running, spectacular catch. We get catching by 1, deep route running by 2, release and spin move actually go up. Spin move is an 82. Ugh. Juke's good, though. I mean, he's better, I guess. And then for Azeez Ojulari, I think it's a pretty clear and obvious speed rush. Just get him better at what he's already pretty good at. Make him a dominant edge rusher. That's what we want. Finesse moves goes up to an 87. Very nice. What's Nick Duval looking like this season? A little bit of a stat check for you guys we'll do at the end of the episode. Cody Bailey does indeed have 4,778 passing yards. Maybe can get to 5,000, but I think he's going to be just shy. 34 touchdowns, 21 picks. It's improvement from his rookie year for sure. Averaging over 8 yards per attempt is quite good. Saquon, yards per carry isn't great, but has been somewhat effective, I think we would agree. Receiving, Larry Smith has been that guy, but Nick Duval, despite missing time, is still putting together a crazy season. 72 catches for 988 yards and 13 touchdowns. I mean, truly unbelievable. This, in my opinion, is the best tight end in the game. Take Travis Kelce, take George Kittle, Mark Andrews, whoever you want. Nick Duval, right here, right now in Giants franchise, is the best. Kyle Pitts putting together a great year. Guess what? Nick Duval has more than double his touchdowns. Travis Kelce, that's cool. Nick Duval has more touchdowns and has played probably in fewer games. We have 1,139 downs played for Nick Duval. Sort by touchdowns at 761. Now, Isaiah McKenzie putting together quite the year. Okay. But Nick Duval, man, he's been unbelievable. But that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And we are one game away from deciding everything. Was this season ultimately a complete waste? Or are we going to the playoffs? We have not won the Super Bowl here in 2024 in Giants franchise. We have not done it. Draft picks. No first round pick. So we're playing for everything here. That'll be the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.